So let us start with the construction of highways. Construction of highways, in many cases it will not be happening like the highway is to be constructed on the level ground. You may have to either rise the center line of highway or you may have to depress the center line. So in such cases, in order to have the highway constructed at a different level from the normal ground level, you have to either cut the earth. You have to cut the earth. That means you have to go for excavation of the earth. And in some cases, you may have to fill the earth. If you want to, in some cases, you may have to, in some cases, you may have to cut the earth, and in some cases, you may have to fill the earth. So cutting and filling of the earth requires some amount of excavation work to be carried out. So first of all, we have to see what are the different excavation equipments used in highway construction. What are the different excavation equipments you have to use? So what will decide how much excavation should be made? The depth of excavation should be decided. How we are deciding the depth of excavation? What is the vertical profile of the road? That is one of the important consideration for determining what is the vertical profile of the road. That is one important factor for deciding the depth of excavation. Then we may have to provide slope. If slope need to be provided on the highway, that amount of slope will be decided based on certain category. First of all, the slope should be stable. It should not be getting failed. If the slope is failing, that may lead to a pavement failure. So such things should be taken into consideration. Okay. Now we are going to see the different excavation equipments. What are the different excavation equipments? The excavation equipments which are commonly used in highway project. Okay. The different excavation equipments commonly used in highway project include bulldozers and cranes, then bulldozers and scraps, then you have the power shovel, you have something known as a drag line, then you have something known as a clamshell, then you have something known as a hoe. These are the different excavation equipments which are commonly used in highway projects. Bulldozers and scrappers, power shovel, drag line, clamshell and hoe. These are the different commonly used excavating equipments. Okay. So now let us see everything in detail. Let us first see the bulldozer. You might have seen the bulldozers and scrappers, right? So bulldozers and scrappers, where you are using bulldozers and scrappers? In a case, if the depth of excavation required is shallow, if you are going for a shallow excavation, and after excavation, you are taking the excavated material and that need to be filled into another location which is relatively nearby the excavating area. Okay, you want to excavate to a shallow depth, and after excavation you need to fill the material in a relatively nearer place. In such cases, you will be going for bulldozers and scrappers. Bulldozer is a very, I think you might have seen bulldozers in construction site. Bulldozer is a very versatile equipment. It can have a large number of, it can perform a large number of works. First of all, if the construction site need to be cleared up, construction site need to be cleared up means if there are certain obstructions on the site, that such things need to be removed. So starting from those works, starting from the removal of obstruction from the construction site, or starting from the clearing of construction site, we can use one bulldozer. Okay. Then a scrapper can dig and discharge the material in uniformly thick layers. So scrapper and bulldozers can be used. In which condition scrappers and bulldozers can be used? Whenever the excavation is to be made as a shallow excavation work and the transportation is to be done into a relatively short distance. Now, this is the image showing the bulldozer and scraper. It is an excavation come transporting equipment. It is suitable for soft material. It is a excavation come transporting material and it is suitable for soft material. It is generally used for topsoil removal. I already told you that even for site clearance or removing the obstructions from the ground, you will be using the bulldozer. So the top portion will be removed using a bulldozer and scraper. Okay. So that is the first type. That is the first type that is known as the bulldozers and scrappers. Now, after bulldozers and scrappers, we are going to discuss about the second type of excavating equipment. The second type of excavating equipment which we are going to study is known as the power shovel. Power shovel is used to excavate all classes of earth except for rock. If the terrain is rocky, a power shovel cannot be used. Except for rocky terrain, for all other terrains, we can use a power shovel. And using this power shovel, the excavated material can be loaded into. Okay. In the power shovel may be mounted on crawler tracks so that they can slowly move. Okay. So power shovel means it can be used in all terrains except rocky areas, and it can also be used to load the excavated material into the different wagons. Then when you see the figure of a power shovel, I am going to present a figure of power shovel. You can see that it can be mounted on crawlers so that the movement will be relatively easy. Power shovel. Yes. So this is the power shovel. It is mounted on trolley and it can be used for excavation, and using after excavation it can be used to it can be used to fill it into a wagon. The power shovel, it is also known as a stripping shovel, is a construction equipment whose purpose is to excavate the earth and load it into the trucks or other pull equipments waiting nearby. The power trowel can be of several types. Sometimes it may be mounted on crawler track. Then it is called as a crawler mounted power shovel. In some cases, it is mounted on rubber tired wheels. Then it is known as a wheel mounted power shovel. So depending on whether it is a crawler mounted or a wheel mounted, the power shovel can be classified into two. So here when you observe these two figures, you can see that the first one is a wheel mounted power shovel. You are having the power shovel which is mounted on wheels so that the movement will be based on these wheels. And this is the crawler mounted power shovel, where the power shovel is mounted on crawlers. There is no wheel like thing in crawler mounted power shovel. Basic parts of power shovel. This is the crawler. Then there is one A-frame. Such details are not needed. You just need to study the names and what is the purpose of such things. Only that much is needed. Okay. So we have discussed about the bulldozers and hoppers, bulldozers and scrapers, and the second one is the power shovel. Next, the third type of excavating equipment which we are going to study is known as the drag line. The purpose of drag line is to excavate soft earth. Okay. If you want to excavate soft earth and you need to load it into the different wagons, or you need to deposit it on a certain bank, then you will be going for the third type of excavating equipment, which is known as the drag line. The drag line can also be operated on natural ground, and it is mounted on crawlers. Okay. Now I am going to present a drag line. This is the figure showing a drag line. A drag line excavatory systems are heavy machinery that is used in civil engineering, surface mining and excavation. It is also mounted on crawlers. Okay, we don't need to go into the history of drag line and all. Just this thing you need to understand. Now, after drag line, we will move on to the next excavating equipment. The next excavating equipment which we are going to study is the clamshell. Clamshell. This is the clamshell. So the clamshell will be having a bucket-like portion, and this bucket-like thing you can observe here in these two figures. It will be split into two halves. The bucket will be split into two halves, and the two halves are hinged together at the top. Now it will be attached to the shovel crane unit. It is attached to the shovel crane unit. What will happen is the clamshell will be lowered, and it will be lowered into the top of the loose material, and as the bucket is lifted, once you lift the bucket, it will be closed. After the material is entered into the bucket, it will be closed and you can take it back. Okay, so this is about the clamshell. So we have seen the different excavating equipments, that is bulldozers and scrappers, power shovel, drag line, clamshell, etc. These are the different excavating equipments. Now we are going to see about the embankments. What do you mean by embankment? Have you heard the word embankment? In some cases, it may be required that the central line of the highway need to be rise. You need to lift the central line of the highway above the existing ground level. There may be several reasons due to which you have to raise the central line of the highway. In some cases, the water table may be high and you need to keep the highway at a height greater than the water table. Otherwise, what will happen is, if the highway is going below water table, there is a chance of water logging. So in order to ensure that water logging is not happening and to have the proper drainage system, what you are doing is, you need to raise the center line of highway. Where you are raising the center line of highway? You are raising the center line of highway above the water table. Then in some cases, if you have to prevent damage due to highway, due to capillary water or surface water, especially in cases when water table is high, or there is a chance that there are neighboring surface water bodies. So from the surface water bodies, there may be chances of entry of water into the highway. And in some cases, there may be chances of capillary rise. So to avoid the surface water and capillary water, you may have to keep the center line of the highway at a specific height. So that is another case when you have to go for a embankment. Then to maintain the design standards of highway, with respect to certain vertical alignment. So these are the different conditions. These are the different conditions where the embankment is very much needed. It is necessary that an embankment need to be constructed. Now, there are certain design elements in a highway embankment. Are you clear about what is meant by an embankment? The only thing is, in some cases, you may need to rise the center line of the highway. And there are different situations where it is needed to rise the center line of highway. One such situation being, if the water table is at high level, to prevent the effect of water logging on highway. That is one situation. Another situation which we can tell is, if there is a chance of water from surface body or capillary water being rising. To prevent that, you can have a embankment constructed. So these are the different reasons or different situations where an embankment need to be constructed. Now, there are different design elements in a highway embankment. The different design elements in a highway embankment are, first one is fill material. Second one is height. Third one is settlement. Fourth one is stability of foundation. And fifth one is stability of slope. I'll repeat, there are different design elements for embankment. The different design elements of embankment are, first one is height of embankment. Second one is fill material. Third one is settlement of embankment. Fourth one is stability of foundation, and fifth one is stability of slope. Okay, so first of all, let us see what is the design element called as the height of the embankment. So whenever we are studying about the height of the embankment, you should understand that the only factor which will decide the height of embankment is what should be the vertical profile of the road and what is the topography of the land. When the designer has made a certain specified vertical profile of the road, okay, when the designer has already specified the vertical profile of the road, okay, and the soil profile or topography of the land is also known to you, okay. So keeping in mind the topography, and keeping in mind what should be the specific height required for the highway, you will have to go for the construction of a embankment. Keeping in